With a look of anger on his face, Zwei asked Ronan to reveal his identity. He could not believe that a pathetic human did not know his place. He told Ronan that he has a lot of courage for him to come to their place. The moment he said this, Ronan disappeared in front of him, before the boy could take a step. Our boy reappeared next to him. Zwei could not believe that he missed Ronan's movements. The insane vampire panicked and tried to use his blood magic. He gathered blood in his hand. Before he could fully activate his spell, Ronan cut off his hand. Our boy seemed to be extremely pissed off. He did not stop at cutting one hand. He cut off both Zwei's hands and legs. The vampire's veins popped out and he screamed out in pain. He never expected to be in such excruciating pain. Zwei called Ronan a damned human. He told our boy that he will never be able to get out of the temple alive. Ronan used his sword hilt to hit the idiot on his face when he said this. Zwei got slammed into a wall. The vampire screamed out in pain and fell to the ground. Ronan asked Zwei to shut up and stay where he is. With a horrifying look on his face, our boy told Zwei that he will take care of him, especially once he is done. The other vampires in the temple were shocked to see what Ronan did to their leader. Although they knew that their boss was not prepared, they never expected him to get torn apart by Ronan. A vampire with white hair warned the other members that Ronan is not an ordinary human. He asked them to prepare for battle. The other vampires immediately surrounded our boy. Ronan looked around him to see the vampires that surrounded him. He remembered that Ophelia told him that vampires used blood as weapons. Upon seeing how the vampires used blood to create weapons, Ronan realized that Ophelia was right. The vampires rushed to attack our boy. A vampire with yellow hair activated a spell known as Blood Bog. The moment he activated the spell, a large amount of blood gathered below Ronan's leg. The blood held our boy's legs down. Ronan was surprised to see this. He did not understand how the blood puddles was holding him down. Our boy found the spell to be annoying. A vampire told his friends that Ronan's legs are being held down. The other vampires used this opportunity to gang up on our boy. A vampire tried to attack Ronan with his weapon. Our boy easily blocked it. He used his sword to push him back. Another vampire tried to strike Ronan with his sword. Our boy easily blocked the attack and used his sword to pierce the vampire's shoulder. The moment he pierces his shoulder, our boy tore him apart. Some vampires tried to attack Ronan from behind. Our boy used his sword to tear their bodies into pieces. More vampires rushed to attack Ronan. Our boy was annoyed to see how fast the mosquito bastards were. He was more annoyed to see how quickly they were regenerating. The vampires which Ronan tore apart were putting themselves back together. While some vampires were attacking Ronan, another one of their members gathered blood in his hand. The vampire activated a spell known as Bloodshot. The moment he activated the spell, the blood in his hand got released at Ronan. The blood moved at an insane speed. Our boy was able to easily dodge the attack by bending his head. The attack hit the ceiling and created a hole in it. Ronan did not like the fact that the vampires had magic abilities that can rival intermediate rank mages. After he was done analyzing their organization's power, the vampires rushed to attack him together as a group. Although the vampires were strong, Ronan did not see them as a threat. As one of the vampires got close to Ronan, she asked our boy to die. The moment she said this, our boy cut her head into two. Ronan used his sword to tear apart all the vampires that surrounded him. He tore their legs, hands, and limbs. The last vampire in the temple watched as his comrades' bodies fell to the ground. The vampire could not understand what he was seeing. He could not comprehend how our boy was able to fight in a room where humans could not use mana. The poor guy assumed that Ronan was using mana. He was more shocked by the fact that Ronan could still move even though his legs were held down by magic. The vampire could not believe that our boy was actually human, while different body parts were falling next to him. Our boy asked the vampire to tell him the reason why he is simply standing instead of attacking him. Ronan told the vampire that he is the only one left. The moment he said this, the poor vampire looked around. He realized that Ronan was right. He was terrified to see this. Our boy commended the vampire on their efforts to tie him down. He explained to the vampire that he was simply pretending like he was stuck because of the efforts they put in. Our boy placed his sword into the blood pool. La Mancha began to suck the blood. The vampire was horrified to see this. He realized that he had to run away. He quickly turned around and began to run, unfortunately for him. Our boy got out of the spell early. Ronan jumped out of the blood pool and swung his sword. The moment he swung his sword, it tore the vampire's entire body apart. When our boy landed on the ground, He turned to the vampire and called him a bastard. He told the vampire's body that it is not good to leave his friends behind. Upon seeing that he had taken care of the mosquitoes, Ronan turned to Zwei. With a horrifying smile on his face, Ronan said that he has to finish his conversation. Unfortunately, the unconscious Zwei did not know what our boy plans to do to him. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 38 of this recap, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.